I said, sweet, let's do that.
Let's do that. Sure.
Like, 2 repeaters seems a little overkill for our little building, but
yeah, fuck it.
We don't need one.
What? What?
So you go live?
I'm going live. Yep. I'm currently live. My ugly mug. My ugly mug in Tanner's butt.
Yeah. What? What? Yeah.
This is one of those Dodge fucking shit boxes. Scat pack. This thing is actually, you know, I hear from people that own them or have driven them that they're a pleasure to drive. I have no idea. I haven't driven it yet. I don't want to drive it, and the owner doesn't want to drive it either. He's no one can drive my car. Yeah, like motherfucker, we get way nicer shit than your fucking shit box here. Like fuck you. Like what the like? I'm sorry that this is special to you, but it ain't special to us. So whatever. What's up over there, buddy? Don't break it.
Just getting the clips out there, the tree clips.
Oh, the Christmas tree ones? Gotcha.
So I can.
So these things, you gotta pull the ECU out and send them to somebody if you're gonna do any tuning on them or anything. So we gotta pull the ECU out of it, and then we gotta have this thing stuck here in the shop for a week. I'll wait for them to do it and bring it back. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Like, I feel like I gotta somehow hide it. I don't want people to know that this fucking Dodge is here. What's up? You don't think it's the ECU? I mean, it looks like the ECU.
Got 2 non-normal ECU plugs.
Well, they use their own thing.
It doesn't want to come out.
Can you unplug it down there?
No, these things slide out like that.
How far out do they go?
Maybe far enough to
Might be far enough. Anyways, we're trying to pull the ECU out of this thing. So we can send it off to HP tuners so they can unlock it for us. And it's a super cool design the way they got the ECU kind of hidden in there. I wonder if that bar is in the way. That bar looks like it's just a couple 12s. You can probably just pop that off. Or is it more halves? That big bar right in front of you.
Oh, I know. I've seen where else it's connected.
Yeah. So over on the other side there's 2 and then just 2 there it looks like. And then it's probably just clips right there. You probably just boop, lift it up, no problem. Yeah, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about something. Oh, so the BRZ that we did yesterday that we were working on for the last 2 days actually is on the lift right now. The oil pan is off of it because the turbo drain was leaking really bad. It was beautifully done with some sort of weird welding and JB weld or something on there, and the JB weld stuff just came off with air pressure, so it wasn't attached very well. But
how much you want to bet there's a broken bolt in there?
in where?
Oil pan.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Right there. It's broke off.
That one's not straight. That was crooked as fuck right here, dude.
Yeah, that one goes in crooked.
Oh, so how'd they get fucked up?
The front one's broken. It screws in with Phillips, like that.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
he tightened it down like that. And then look
Gotcha.
at this one.
Well, we gotta make sure we put them in straight.
Look at that one.
That one's broken off. Oh, so you were looking for a screw wheeler? Like, where'd
Yep.
you go?
I'm like, I can't put a bolt in there.
Uh-huh.
So I stuck a welding wire up in there that's totally flat, and then you can see it busted off.
Nice.
And I only have 2 bolts, and there's only
2 bolts left? Gotcha, sweet. So also bolts are stripped down on it. They're broken off. That's good. Sometimes you shouldn't do your own work, honestly. And it's not supposed to be an insult. That's supposed to be like a lesson. You don't go in blind all the time. Especially if you're just not that inclined. Some people are not mechanically inclined, plain and simple. And shouldn't do it. Some people are, and with a little bit of guidance, they can do a really good job. This was not that case. So here it is. I don't know what year this is. Was it 18 or something? I think it's an 18 or something, right? 18 scat pack thing. At least he didn't have the yellow fucking guards on there anymore. Like, at least this guy didn't. At least he didn't leave the yellow lip protectors on there like all those other douchebag idiots. You know what I gotta say? Dodge truck owners are the fucking worst. Plain and simple. Every time I see a Dodge truck on the road, that dude is either rolling coal or driving like a fucking idiot. I watched this dude in a Dodge truck today pass a truck in the middle of a turn in a 4-way intersection. Like, seriously, dude, like, after the turn, there's a fucking passing lane 150 yards down. It's already been tuned. It's already been tuned.
Showing your viewers.
It says Livernois Motorsports on there, so it might technically already be unlocked. Motherfucker.
I didn't even tighten down the bracket bolts on it.
It might already be unlocked. I mean, that's good. That means I'm not leaving here for a fucking week staring at this goddamn black demon in the corner. I wish it was a demon. It's not even that good.
No, it's not cool.
Okay, so it's probably already unlocked. It's got the sticker on it. So I just didn't want to burn the flashpoints if the owner didn't want to spend the money on having it unlocked.
Right.
But if it's already unlocked, that could save us all kinds of stuff. We can get this out of here today.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
So, okay, so just plug it back in. Don't mount it. Just plug it back in.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can write to it. And if I can write to it, then we'll fucking call it good. But what I don't understand is what did they do to it? Like the image looked bone stock. I didn't see any apparent tuning on there at all. In fact, what I did see looked like absolute dog shit. So I hope that those guys at Livernois or whatever know what the fuck they're doing, or they didn't actually tune it, because that looked like butt shit. It was bad. It was bad. It's butt shit. I mean, I guess all shit's technically butt shit, right? But this is like the shit that's still residual on there. That's what my butt shit I'm talking about is. And then, let's see, what else? There's the GTR. That one, doing lots of things on that guy. That thing needs a lot of work. Or it's been getting a lot of work. Fuel system and turbo stuff and standalone. Flex fuel. The Cobb 4-bar map on it, because we're going to push a lot of powers out of it. So many horsepowers. Let's see. We're doing a coil unplug conversion here. Working on that. That's just sitting there right now. That's how it's going to stay. That's how fucking awesome it's going to be. But we call it the spaghetti loom. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? That would be absolutely horrible. I'm trying to fix the turbo exhaust area, because it had some massive leaks in it. The last guy that welded the adapter to make it a V-band from that T4, man, that was some special work. That was some special work. Was not good. In fact, here's the adapter. It's really cool.
It's gonna bolt it.
Here's the adapter right here. And in fact, it's warped so bad, you should probably just you'll see it on camera even. It's really, really bad.
Alright.
It was leaking from 3 different places at once. It's all kinds of fun stuff. And then DZ can't drive. His car's over there. That's his car. Hood's up because there's no engine in it. Intercooler pipes went to powder coating. The engine block went to the machine. No, not that's Igor's block that went to the machinist. His heads went to the machinist. Yeah. Are they going to clearance the buckets, or did you do that already?
No.
What? What?
We're not gonna do it.
So they're going to do it? Yeah. Okay. All right, cool.
I need to talk to you about some super techs.
Okay, SuperTech sounds good. Do they have an Econol that works?
The only ones that have a stock Econol.
That, or what?
Stock size Econol.
That's perfect. That's what we want, right?
Size Econol.
Yeah.
All the rest of them are stainless if they're stock size, and then family options are Econol, but it's a +1.
Yeah.
Or
So,
plus half or 1, we could get either one.
so the SuperTech stock size Inconel?
Yep.
That's perfect. That would be ideal.
Okay.
Inconel is what we want in this situation. Ooh, this car is that car. Supposed to be built for hill climb and other fun racing events. And hill climb can put the car through some serious duty cycle. Did I leave my cable in the car?
This one?
Yeah. My white cable?
That one.
No, that one for the H tuners. I'm sure this camera view is just amazing for you guys. No, I found it. Disregard. Disregard. That's the military guy, I mean, right? Disregard. All right, so we're gonna look at some HU tuners today. And we're gonna see what she does on the Dodge shitbox. Ah! I am not good one-handed. That would suck. If this surgery didn't go good on my arm and I had to go one-armed for a while, that would have been really bad. I mean, how do you beat it and mouse at the same time? Let's see. All right. Yes. So it's plugged in right now?
Yep, they're all good.
All right. Oh. burn a fuck like of credits on HP tuners. Stay phone. Thank you. All right. So it's Friday. Friday's a good day, right? I'm excited. Got the weekend of my wife working the shit out of me ahead of me. Can't wait to just be the freaking slave and do all my yard work and gravel and driveways and fucking everything, you name it. She runs me hard, guys. I need help. Send help. Yeah, like I said, I've heard from many people that they're actually a pleasure to drive, and I don't doubt it. I mean, Mercedes or Daimler, Chrysler, and all them, got involved and made the Dodges suck less. So, where the fuck is the damn thing on this car? Here it is. So, I mean, yeah, it's automatic too. So, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, your car doesn't impress me. Like, I bought an automatic, and it's my daily that I bought just to be a daily. Of course, I ended up fucking with it because, what don't I fuck with? Knick-knack, paddywhack, scat-back, crap-trap. Yeah, that's whatever they want to call it. All right. Okay, so we're going to HP tuners today. Let's see what's inside here. Let me get this thing unlocked. Okay. ECM editor beta. I don't know why I haven't even had the beta on here. So sometimes it has like the newer stuff on it. Unfortunately, a lot of your customers use beta, and if they send you a file from beta and then you adjust it and send it back, they can't open it, or you can't open it because they saved it in beta. It's just a bunch of crap. And so, unfortunately, everyone's like, the beta, get that one. That's the best one. It's not necessarily the best one. It's often not even a stable release, but I had to use the beta because somebody else had done the beta. All right, here we go. HP tuners. Here's the scat pack, whatever. What do we got for? Well, that's really interesting. That's a really interesting power enrichment curve. That can't be stock, right? Like, is that stock? Or is that a Livernois special? We should find out. Let's download a stock one, see if we can find one. Or if that's just like a Livernois special. Because that seems pretty jank. And that seems very un-OEM. I mean, yes, Dodge is a bunch of rednecks that decided to build cars, and some German guys helped them out. And now it's just slightly less rednecky, but at the same time, like, their stuff is still better than block tuning. And seeing that block tune there kind of makes you wonder what they did. So, I'm not showing you my password, so I put the phone on me while I type in my HP Tuners password. And then there we go, now we're in here. We're gonna go to the tune repository. That's where they hide all the tunes. All the factory tunes. All right, so I don't know what year this is. What year is this thing? It is 2015 plus. Wow, thank you for the specifics. Really? That's what I get? 2015 plus? 2016 Dodge Challenger. All right, 2016. Oh, shit. That's the only thing I hate about that right there. This laptop does that. Like, the button sticks. I don't know if I need to, how I got to adjust that shit or what. What size is this pig again? What are they saying? 6.4 or something like that? Why really still know shit about Dodge? Yep, 6.4. There we go. 6.4. Right there. Transmission, it's auto tragic. And then we search. And then we search. And then we search. Oh, there it goes. Whew. It's like, no results found. Oh, that's fucking good news. So, all, search. There we go. Totally stock Hellcat. Okay. 3.6 liter V6. Okay. 6.4 manual. All right. That's all we got. I don't get the 6.4 auto option, but I'm gonna do this one. This is a stock one. I'm gonna 600 miles on car. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you had to be so specific to let people know. In case they're wondering that, what stage the tune was in. Was it in the 500 mile stage, or was it in the 1,000 mile stage, or the 10,000 mile stage of tuning? At least we know now this one's at 600 miles. Bone stock, 600 miles on the car. It's like a fucking Craigslist ad. I mean, that's what, like, the dude was trying to sell the car. Come on. Yes, I said okay. Let's do this. The Wi-Fi at this place is fucking trash. And by fucking trash, I mean it is the absolute worst Wi-Fi I've ever fucking... There's airplanes with no Wi-Fi signal that are better than this shit. Like, this is bad. But I was told that... Hey, Chase! When did Chase say Comcast was coming? It was at the beginning of this video. Comcast is coming and they're gonna upgrade the fucking internet here, which will be nice. All right, this is the OS number that they put on here, right? And that's super cool if you know what the fuck the OS number is, or, but you never do, right? You're just trying to go through some shit real quick and look for the Dodge. 2016 Dodge 6.4. There we go. That's what I'm putting on that, because who gives a fuck? It's a Dodge. All right, now we do a look. This is a compare file. I think a lot of systems have compare file options. So you go in here, hit compare. Then you can open that one up. And you see, now, granted, this is for a manual, but overall, the engine should be about the same. Very few changes between auto and manual. Some of them, like the GM said, like spark smoothing and a few of the things for manual or automatic. But overall, the calibration is going to be the same. Wow, that's Dodge. I'm so fucking impressed. That's a factory Dodge block tune right there. What did they change? The delay, okay. So Livernoise made it go. Wow, wow. Holy shit, they could go into fucking, like, power enrichment instantaneously? Wait. But only over 127 miles an hour. Wait, what? All right. So one thing that's very common to do with any engine tuning really is to reduce the delay by which the car goes, or the ECU goes into open loop or power enrichment or whatever, based on what kind of platform it is. So typically what happens is the OEMs put a time delay on there. So like if you give it some throttle really quick or whatever, then it doesn't go in, start dumping extra fuel in too soon, for emission stuff and that kind of thing. Well, what people, enthusiasts have discovered is that if you don't add fuel, and tuners, you don't add fuel sooner rather than later, then you increase the chance of the engine knocking, and the cars will often hesitate and they won't get out. So what happened is, like in a Subaru, you would take the closed loop delays, the open loop delays, and reduce them. Some guys go to 0. I think that's dumb. I think the 0 is just too fast. But like, 200 milliseconds or something along those lines works perfectly fine, and helps minimize it dumping fuel really quick on a specific throttle transient. And also, Subaru, since we have so much of that, wow, this is getting louder and louder here. Subaru, since it has so many predefined or defined tables available, you can do tons in closed loop with them. So you can make it closed loop start to go towards a richer target. You don't have to force it in open loop. So especially with the GRs, they have a really good closed loop system where you can add plenty of fuel in long before you need it to go open loop, and you can close loop, add some fuel to it, and then it makes them run really smooth as they're coming in to boost and that kind of stuff. You can reduce the amount of hesitations and knock and that kind of stuff. So this tuner, whoever did this, set everything at 0. It's basically, he got rid of the RPM requirement, he got rid of the wide open throttle delay, he got rid of the TPS delta, which is, TPS delta is the rate of change. And so it says volts, it's going to be volts per second, really is what that is. So if you stab it, right, they've got that all set at 0. But then the vehicle speed minimum, for some reason, is set at 125 miles an hour. So this car is not going to run power enrichment, I don't know, ever? Unless you're 125 miles an hour. That seems kind of weird to me. I can't help but think that maybe that's a typo in there somewhere and somebody goofed that up. So yeah, we're going to just adjust that really quick because that seems silly. I mean, Dodge doesn't have the worst tuning. They got some weird stuff with trims, but like 125 miles an hour. Oh, above the speed, the delay is active. Okay, whew. All right, so I'm wrong. I misunderstood that. So, oh no, delay is disabled. Yeah. Yeah, I was wrong. I was right the first time. That's what I'm trying to say. So, oh, that's Delta Max, disabled, active. There you go. Okay, so yeah, I fucked it up. So above the, so they're saying that less than 125, there's no wide open throttle delay at all. Okay, I understand that bit. This one here says the wide open delay is disabled. That makes sense. But regardless, this is dumb. Like a 0 delay, like instantly all the time. That seems kind of weird. It shouldn't be that. You shouldn't need that much. Knock at her. 0. 0. Why would you put a map in here, Dodge, if you're not going to use it? Well, here's a table to enrichment if you're going to knock, and you don't... 0? More block tuning. Rocky Mountains here. Catalyst protection. Diesel fuel cut. What'd they change? Hardly anything. A little bit. I don't know why you even bother with that. That seems like a waste. Oh, of course, that could be manual versus automatic right there. Diesel fuel manual versus automatic. RPM limits, that's manual versus auto probably, so that's why that's different. Launch control, well, that sounds like fun. But, so is that all these guys did? No, there's gotta be something they did, right? They changed the spark at startup. Okay. Alright, what'd they do? So these guys that tuned it just added 1.5 degrees of timing to the very top end. That's all they did. Wow. Okay. That's it? That's all they did? And they put their fucking sticker on it? Okay. Well, now we know. Apparently the powered by Illinois tuning thing, they just zeroed out the delay to go open loop or into power enrichment mode, and they added 1.5 degrees of timing. That's it. Huh. I wonder how much they charge for that. Maybe I should start charging for that. Fuck, that's cheap. I mean, that's easy. I can do that. Oh, they very, unless this is auto versus manual, but there's a very slight change in tipping. But again, that could be auto versus manual on this. That's it, man. That's all they did. Huh. Alright. Well, that's what it is. Let's see if I can flash this bitch. See if it's fully unlocked or not. Oh, this car's called the Shaker. Oh, I missed it. Damn it. So, Shaker, the thing on the seats there, that pops up on dash. So this is the Shaker version of it. Okay, so this is the flashy button right here. Show license options. I don't have any credits. I gotta buy credits. Dum. That's great. I could have swore I had a bunch of credits. Credits 53. Oh, shit. What is my serial number? Oh my god. There it is. Yep. Yep, that's right. Serial number. So we're gonna add some credits. This button sticky thing just drives me crazy. So you just go here and you add to cart. Yay, then you just add to cart and pay for them. How does this thing take? So you go to this screen. Hey, Dom. Hey, dude. Enjoying the live streams. Keep them up. I try. You know, I'm not going to lie. It's nice having you guys around. 2 credits. All right. So when you go to the flash screen here, you can choose if you want to do the ECU or the transmission. Now, one thing about Dodges that I like, let me fix that statement. The one thing about Dodges that I like is that they use ZF transmissions. I really like ZF transmissions. They're some of the best fucking trains in the world, if not the best train in the world. ZF makes an amazing transmission. Now that's a German ZF company. That's not Zach Fogarty, or what his last name is, or Fogelhill, the guy from ZF Designs that does clutches and stuff for Subarus and other cars. Also a good dude. Not the same ZF though. This is ZF, the German company. So if I want to do the transmission, it's 4 fucking credits to license this transmission. Holy shit. And it's 2 credits to do the engine. Hey, that's reasonable. That's what most cars are. So I need to buy some credits. I need to get at least 2, so I got 4. For the next car that I do, who knows what it's going to be. Universal credits. I haven't fucked with HP tuners in a few months. I have the Pro features. Well, so I bought the Pro, and then they sent me the regular. Yeah. And then I said, hey guys, you forgot to send me the other stuff for it. And then they're like, oh, our bad. Then they sent me the other shit for it, but they charged me for the shipping. Like, you fucking idiots, you forgot it. Why are you fucking charging me for shipping? Like, I paid for it, you forgot to fucking send it, and then you charge me. Oh, I was so fucking irritated. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, you fucking morons. But it's probably what I deserve for cussing the guy out a couple times in the past. I put my address in here, so I'm moving the computer away, or the phone away from the computer, because it's my personal fucking address. And honestly, ain't none of your goddamn business. And this website's freaking out. It just keeps flashing shit at me. Please solve the CAPTCHA correctly. Oh my god. I am not a robot. Check this box here. Yeah, I'm not a fucking robot, dude. Thank you. Because robots want to buy fucking tune points. Alright, purchase is complete. So now, what'll happen is I should go to my stuff, order received, and then I go to my devices. order is complete. Sweet. So now I have to update my little donkeys. What happened? Try it again. Okay, show license options. 0. Still 0. Oh, I've hit the update way. I'm stupid. So they're weird. They give you a number for your device that it's like a serial, like a key, basically. After you get your credits, and you gotta resync your device, and then input that into your software, and then it'll apply the points to your order. But they've changed the website since the last time I used it. I don't know where the fuck to find it now. So, here we go. I want to show you guys flashing this thing, but right now I'm stalling here. Or not stalling, but it feels like I'm stalling. My brain is what's stalling. All right, so here, tune depositor. I forget. Fuck, it's been so long since I used this. I've had credits on here for so long, I haven't had to buy any new ones. I just burned the last ones on that. Oh my god, it was another Dodge. That's right. Let's see, last time I bought credits was 2019. Well, I think it's in here. This guy. Yep. 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 Yeah, I need my application key. That's what gives me all my fucking little... Gives me all my shits. We got. I heard some chat come up. Enjoy the live stream. Dude, you have to buy credits to flash stuff. Yeah. So the way they do it is, so like if you think about like an access port, right? If you have an access port, the customer pays for their license by having the access port, and so they don't have to buy points or unlocks or anything from me because that was what they bought with the access port. But in the case of HP tuners, there's no handheld port, and so they're not. You got to pay for the license to use it, right? So the access port is your license for each person, and they buy it themselves. And in the case of HP tuners, the tuner pays for it, and then charges the customer. So for the ability for me to flash it, it's the same thing with ECU Tech. With ECU Tech, if you want to use it on your car and have it tuned, then you got to pay me, and then I pay them for the license, and I flash your car. It's not an uncommon way to do it. It's actually the way it started off originally. Only when Cobb and SCT and those guys started coming out with the handheld things, did that even start to count as your license? And in some cases, it still isn't. Some of those systems, you buy the handheld, and you still got to buy a fucking license on top of that. BMWs, if I want to tune your BMW, I got to pay for a license to do it with MHD. If I want to do it with BM3, I got to pay BM3 the license to do. So everyone's doing that. It isn't unique in any way. So. Yeah. Oh, he's in Colorado? Wait. I didn't realize Zach was in Colorado. Is this the same car with the ducky? Yes, this is the car with the fucking nasty exhaust. For sure. Yeah. I mean, that would be fair to them. It'd be basically stealing, you know. Because I only paid $600 for the software and hardware and shit. So $600 for the right to use it and for the dongle and all that stuff, and then you pay per flash, which makes sense. I mean, they should get a portion of every car that's tuned. That's, you know, makes total sense. I'm just brain farting how to get my application key. I forgot to do that. Okay, so I gotta go here. I gotta get my verification code. That's what it is. There it is. Okay. Copy that guy. And I go back here. I go back to my devices. There we go. Sorry, it's been a while. Wait, what the fuck happened? There it is. Verification. Post. And I need cereal. Speaking of cereal, what's your favorite cereal? I know it's different cereal, but I'm kind of curious. What is your favorite cereal? Yes, that's correct. Cheerios? That's pretty basic. Cheerios. I mean, that's obviously that's totally fine. You can like whatever you like, but that's fucking basic. Mine is there we go. I hit resync again. It didn't resync the first time I hit it. Mine is Cinnamon Life. Actually, I think that's my favorite cereal. I like Cinnamon Life. Of course, there's the oldie but goodies. You know, the mouth palate destroying Captain Crunch. You know, that's pretty good. Actually, some fucking Honey Nut Cheerios with some Raisin Bran is actually a really good combo. As long as the freaking as long as the raisins in the bran aren't hard as a rock, you know, pull the fillings out of your teeth kind of shit. Okay, so I forgot to hit resync interface. Once I resync my interface, my credits showed up. I mean, I hit it before, but it didn't actually work because probably the Wi-Fi here sucks. That might be why. And so anyways, we're not licensed the training because I don't give a shit about the training. We're going to do the engine. So hit that. Action not be undone. Yes, I'm sure. And the reason that they're telling me that is because of the fact that you got to have the ECU unlocked to be able to do it. Okay, so I did that, but then it didn't do it. It just said, what the fuck's going on here? Come on. Save. This thing is skipping here. It's already done. Do not license. Okay. What? Well, anyways, you're supposed to be able to flash the car. You're supposed to be able to hit this button, and then it flashes the car. But this one obviously is freaked out. I don't understand why. I'm just going to close the program. And close this shit and open the program again. Because that's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to take you to the flash screen. Like this should already have a fucking... should already have the flash on it. I don't care about that. Okay. That, I do not want to license that. So I hit OK. That's not how this works. I'm gonna check and see if my Dodge one came up. So the controller, Dodge 2015. 2 credits. It's there. That's the Viper one. That's a GM. So this is this one right here. It used the 2 credits. 2 are available now. We see that. Okay, so that happened. But when we go to flash, it doesn't let me do it. Is it insisting I flash the tranny? I don't want to flash the tranny. Why would I want to flash the tranny? They're making me flash a transmission. Why would I want to flash the fucking transmission? I don't want to flash that motherfucker. Wow. Well, I just got fucked. Like, that's a lot of fucking money to do something I don't even want to do. Like, I don't want to flash the fucking transmission. I don't want that at all. Let's just do the engine. Well, I wanted to show you guys some cool shit, but I guess I don't get to show you cool shit. Always HoneyNet. Yeah, HoneyNet's good. That's some fucking bullshit right there. Why the hell would I want to do the training? I don't want to do the training. I just want to do the ECU. And I definitely don't want to spend that much more money on credits. They want another fucking 4 credits on that shit. Holy fuck balls. So why would they even leave that as an option? Like, I mean, if I can't do just one, that's gotta be a fucking glitch, right? I need to like update the software or something. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make sense. I must just be a glitch. That's what I get for using the beta, right? Let's update this fucking software. And it'll take a bigger shit, yeah, I know, right? What am I? Checking for update. Update found. Alright, good. And the Wi-Fi here is stellar. It's only 170 megs, but it's gonna take a while. You know, dude, I rant, you know, and I get ticked off about stuff. But I'm pretty chill for the most part. You know, I'm always like, yeah, it's a problem. We'll handle it. I don't know, like, when it comes to the car stuff, like, somebody has to do it. And if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else, right? And in the case of this, it's not going to be somebody else. It's only going to be me, right? It's only going to be me. So losing my shit isn't going to help. Now, I mean, I can feel it boiling inside, and in the next fucking 20 minutes, I might lose my shit, you know? But first, I will call Bill at HV200 and tell him what a fucking scumbag he is. And all of that, because that's what I do. That guy and I have gone round and round so many times. In the past. I mean, it's probably been 5 years since I haven't talked to him last, but he and I used to go back and forth quite a bit. Just because, like I said, I bought the Pro thing, right? They didn't ship it, they forgot to, and they charged me for shipping. Like, what is that shit? That's just like standard HV tuners bullshit right there. And then they start tuning Subaru stuff. Like, get out of here. You fucking idiots don't know Subaru. The only Subaru you know is open source or what you've stolen. It says it downloaded. Maybe? All right, version 4.87. Let's go to about again. Make sure there's no update after this one. No update found. All right. So, am I about to make a nasty phone call or not? Let's find out. Let's try this again. I want a flash. Oh, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. Set the phone down for a second so I can get both hands so I can type. Please note, pricing below are for ECM only. Some models offer TCM for an additional cost. Challenger, 8 to 21. ECM, 2 credits. No little caveat that says you have to fucking do the tranny too, where we stick it in your ass. All right, so let me change this. Maybe I fucked up. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's me. So we're gonna do this differently. I am going to close this file. And I'm going to read the vehicle again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read only the engine. Do not read. Alright, so I click do not read for the transmission. Maybe I fucked up and read both the engine and the tranny together last time. And when that happened, it put them both in the same file. And then also maybe there's a way of adjusting that to take the controller out of it, and I'm just too stupid to realize what it is. In fact, I think that I have that option. VCM editor. Let's go back to the other one. Maybe that's where I goofed up. Maybe I'm supposed to hit, because you have this option adding controller to the file. Maybe I was supposed to delete the controller from the file. And that's all it is. So I'm going to abort this read and just check that really quick. Maybe it's all me. It could be me. I fucked it up. We'll see. I've fucked up before. Let's look at this again. We're gonna go to the. This is cool. It's got a flex wheel operator. Here we go. So, double click to remove. That's what it is. I bet that's what it is. ECM save. Yep, that's what it is. See, it's my fault. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Look at that. There's the window I'm looking for. Motherfuckers. Well, you're here for that, folks. But I found it. It's always a tune. Yeah, right. Best email they've ever had. Yeah, right. If I had done that, I'd been like, hey, Dom, you're still a fucking idiot. That would be Bill's response, probably. So it is unlocked. Tanner! It's unlocked! Oh, don't open the door. Don't open the door! No, no, no! No, no, no! No! No, I'm flashing! God damn it. Yes, the ECU is unlocked. If this was a Chevy, certain years, and he opened the door, tripped an input on the body control module, it would fail a flash, and we'd be sitting there with a fucking smoked ECU. Well, that was right calibration, so it would just been a failed flash. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that kind of stuff. If you do, I'm holding the door shut. He's probably open the door. I'm like, hold the shit. No! Don't open the door! Yeah, I said the ECU was unlocked. Yeah. Yeah, and if someone's flashing on some vehicles, you can't do anything that would trip the body control module, or you'll fail the flash. That's why I was holding the door shut, yelling, "No! Don't open it!" All right, so I got that to work, but I forgot to make the changes I wanted to make. I was so intrigued by the possibility that it would fucking work that I forgot to make the small changes I want to make. I just want to change the power enrichment on it. I want to make it a little more reasonable. I mean, Dodge isn't fucking stupid, and I'm sorry, you don't need to be instantaneous. And you know, there are things that you can do. I mean, the factory setting is 3 volts per second. So I mean, if you wanted to make it go in power enrichment faster, but still maintain some semblance of OEM type, you know, operation, then fucking just reduce it. You know what I mean? Change the delay from 5 seconds that it was at to, you know, 0.2 seconds. Change the RPM from 3,000 RPM to 1,500 RPM, something like that. So you're not tripping power enrichment in the fucking parking lot, or, you know, doing shit like that. I don't know. Or even they get the pedal threshold. Alter that threshold so that it trips it earlier if that's what you're looking for. Like, there are things you can do without just zeroing everything out and having it go bam, rich, and then, oh, just kidding. You know, like, that's just kind of silly in my opinion. Now, granted, different people have different tuning methods, and I will never argue that. There are different methods that are all good. I would say good. But there are also methods that are just plain fucking wrong. This wasn't wrong. This was just unnecessary, I guess I would say. Now, if they went to the spark map and added 9 degrees of timing, well, then we're looking at something that's wrong, you know? That would be fucking bad, right? But their whole 1.5 degrees and then a little more fuel, a little faster thing, yeah, whatever. But the fact that they charge people for that is pretty amazing. Like, I'm sure it helps a little bit, but 1.5 degrees and a slightly faster fuel in, that seems, I mean, I get it, it's NA. There's not a whole lot you can do with NA, and modern calibrations on NA cars are really good. The only thing that you ever really got to worry about is emission stuff. So, like, these delays that were there were a little stringent because of where they test the car's emissions. So a lot of the manufacturers tune their car based on the emissions tests. All of them do, okay? Including VW, who got fucking hammered for the Dieselgate thing, right? But they did what everybody does. Everybody establishes or their car's operating parameters in accordance with the emissions test. This is what the test is. This is what we're going to do during the test. You got to pass. So they all fucking do it, right? They all do it. They all sit there and go, okay, so at this RPM and this, right? You can look at the BRZ tune and see it. Hey, look, the cams, the huge torque dip, right? That's right where they fucking test the car, right? These cams go, they're 40 degrees and they go 0 and then back up to 40 degrees again. Like, there's no reason to do that normally, right? That's emissions, okay? Every manufacturer does that. VW's was just excessively gross. In that regard, it was so obvious. I guess maybe that's why they didn't like it. But theirs almost enabled an entirely different running scheme in that portion, and that's why they got hammered on it so hard. But the rest of the cars in the world, they all fucking do it, man. They all do the same shit for emissions. They all delay things. They go, oh, the test is how long? 15 seconds. Okay, then we won't have fuel happen for 16 seconds, right? They all do that shit, and that's just what it is. How much enrichment is this? This is a power enrichment ratio, wide power enrichment based on engine pressure ratio. Okay, so they have the exact same power enrichment regardless of the pressure ratio of the engine. That's interesting. So, and RPM. If it's low RPM, they have the same enrichment as if it's high RPM. Low RPM, high load, low RPM, low load. They're all the same enrichment on this table here. And that seems weird to me. And it's even weird to me that Dodge did it that way. I bet if I had this car on the dyno, if I was allowed to dyno tune this thing, I could probably fucking make this map like more I mean, so like let's back to that again. What's the point? What is the point of this being 3D? If this value is the same as every value in this column, right? That's the map. That's it. That top line. That's the map. That's all this has to be. And there's no reason to have a whole pressure ratio on here and all that shit. There's no point. Now, if the car was boosted, then if you had boost and stuff, then you would alter this based on pressure ratio, which would make sense. But I mean, you still have atmospheric pressure, which is full throttle to full vacuum. And at full vacuum, do you need to be this rich? No, you need to be that fucking rich. You don't need to be richer at 6,000 RPM when you're off the throttle or, you know, in high vacuum. There's no load there. There's no reason to. So this map still makes no sense, but, you know, it would make more sense if it was, it'd be more usable if it was force induction boosted. So here's another thing too. Okay, so remember that rate thing we're talking about? I said the delays. This is the rate. This is how fast it applies the rate of enrichment. So it would seem to me that the guys at the other place, what they would have done was change the rate if they wanted to really get fuel faster, not just the delay, but the rate. But what you can also do is if you wanted it. So if we were to plot the enrichment over time now, right? And so what would happen with the way that they had it, you would have your leanness, and then you would trip the condition, and bam, it would enrich like that, right? Now, it's rare that you need that type of enrichment pattern. So if they wanted to, they could have done is change the rate and had it taper in, right? It's made already tapers, but they can make it, you know, taper faster or taper slower. You know, they can change all that stuff with the enrichment rates in addition to the delays. That's what I'm saying. And that's what we do in this. That's what I do on a lot of Chevys. You have the enrichment rate. If it's an NA car that you add boost to, when you trip it into power enrichment, the factory rate on some of them is really, really, really slow. And that's way too slow if you're boosted. And so you got to take that rate and crank it up. Typically, the value is in from 0 to 2. Some cars come at 1. And 1's good. 1 is great for an NA car. That's pretty fucking fast. And some of the NA cars, like my Saab, came at like 0.03. That thing took forever to enrich. And it was obvious. You drive it and you feel it kind of, like you just didn't want to go anywhere. And then it would start to pull some. And I put a cam in it, headers, a bunch of stuff to it. And I went to do some tuning on it. And the thing stayed lean forever. And I'm like, why is this thing so lean? And I missed that the enrichment rate wasn't set high enough. And I go look at it, I go, oh shit, like that rate is way off. And increase that rate and then also increase the torque setting. There's a torque level that you have to trip as a threshold before it enables the enrichment too. Had to reduce that down. Once I did those two things, bam, it enriched like it should have. You know, and then you could tweak the rate in to get the right speed. So Dodge got the same thing. Almost every manufacturer has the same thing. And you can play with that to get yourself the enrichment curve that you desire. Something that makes sense. Something that's not too instantaneous. You know, that kind of thing. So, okay. So I want to make that small change, and I want to adjust. Where'd he go? Overrun. There you go. What's going on here? Why my number's not going? There it goes. All right, there we go. Hey, look at my forehead. I'm sure that's the best video ever. Just checking out the D-cell fuel cutoff settings on here. Like, people want burbles, right? So can I make a Dodge burble? That's a good question, right? Let's see, advance, retard. For knock, dwell. That's for dwell, and knock sensors. All right, so we go to advanced. Is there overrun? So an overrun timing table. There's a minimum spark. So you can set the higher RPM, lower loads. I got this minimum of 16. You can set those like -20 on like this top right here. You can go negative here. Probably these two cells like that. And you can set them at a, you know, something like that. And then that'd be the minimum spark, so that it would allow it to get into those lower areas. But you gotta go to the main spark then too and do much other shit. I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just showing you guys what kind of stuff you would do. So you would retard the spark here. You would take the fuel and make it not cut on decel. Most engines, for fuel economy and for emissions purposes, turn off fuel to the engine when you're in decel. Well, a lot of those burble tunes are really just them not doing that. They keep fuel into the engine and then they retard the spark. Now this is a Dodge, and it's got the Hemi in it, and they burn pretty slow in light loads. So technically, you might not even need to retard the timing -20 on a Hemi. I've never done it, you know, but I'm curious to try. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll give it a shot here just for S&Gs and see if she does. Huh? Should I do it? Should I see if I make it NA fucking... I got some types in here. Oh, shit. Make it, see if I can make it an NA fucking Dodge burble. My sensors are all junk. My gas is trash. My engine builds are sloppy. It's your tune, though. Can't hear you over bad impressive wheel bearings. We'll put new wheel bearings in it, dude. It's not that hard. All right, well, let's do it then. Let's give it a shot. So that's the minimum spark. We don't want the minimum spark. This is maximum spark. That's really interesting. It's interesting that they have a maximum spark when they also have an MBT table. And the MBT is basically just saying, like, this is what we determine the engine makes its most torque at. So you can look at MBT and see that at 5,000 at full load, they're saying at 20 degrees, if octane is not an issue, this is where it's going to make the most torque. So 20 degrees at 52. And then... I'll try to close that. Try it again. There it goes. And then we go to the main spark map. Where'd it go? I lost it. Spark. Advance. Flex fuel. Part throttle. What's that? So part throttle. We got some stuff here, right? 5,000 at full load was 20. This is 8, right? So... this isn't anywhere close to MBT. Now, again, that's part table operation, and this is for alcohol fuel. So, if you think about that, this is set really conservatively if you're considering that the fuel has alcohol in it. Like, it should be, like, way higher than that. That's the base alcohol. What? This is base. Okay, that's the normal spark. That's something about H-tunes you gotta be careful. Like, if you drag your mouse over something else, it puts the help for that one on there. And that's what happened. I had it here, open the map, and I drug across and got to the map, and I read this and said alcohol fuel. I was like, that's weird. I thought alcohol had its own thing, right? Because I drug across base alcohol. It's actually this one here. Part throttle operation. That's this table. So, I mean, that's very little timing, but that's, you know, the base timing is where it starts. Here's the wide open. And this, you can see here, they added 1.5 degrees, but this is way less than what they said MBT is, and it's 10 degrees less than what MBT is. So the question is, can this engine take more timing up here? Like, will it hit this value on the street, and can it take more timing up there? And that's what tuning's about, right? Finding what can the engine actually do. And what will determine that is engine health, engine cleanliness. If your engine is dirty and you have carbon built up in the cylinders, that carbon is going to hold heat and it's going to create more knock. It's going to also raise compression ratio ever so slightly. And so if it's hotter in the chamber, then it burns faster. If it burns faster, you need less advance for the same cylinder pressure. And if you go past that point, you create knock, right? So Can this engine do it? I don't know. You know, and then there's octane. Octane has the biggest factor. If the octane is low, then chances are no. No, it will not handle it because so then here we would go -20 equals like that. All right, I think those two alone, plus the ones I did where I kept the fuel on, should be enough. Not a whole lot of stuff to do, right? That's pretty simple. I'll save that really quick, and then we'll flash it again. And then we'll warm it up the rest of the way and give it a rev. How's that battery doing on the laptop? I think it's getting low. 37%. It says an hour. What does it say? Hour and 15 minutes. It really means 15 minutes. I think the hour is just there to make you feel good. It ain't gonna last an hour and 15 minutes. Now with the screen being this bright, it's way too bright. This is like movie theater or TV show driving in the car bright. When you're like, why is everyone's face in the car lit up like a fucking Christmas tree? Because they got all the lights shining on their face so you can see them. As they're driving down the road, their pupils are like this fucking big, completely freaking closed, like they can't see out the car. Luckily, the car's on a trailer, otherwise it'd be crashing into shit. That's how bright this is on the video, right? It's to my face. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Subaru in Ohio. That's a rough fucking go right there. Yeah, everything's rusty in Ohio. That's pretty bad. Right, complete. Okay, well, let's see. Let's start this thing. Connect to the vehicle and see what the datas are here. Coolant temp's 102, so it's not ready enough to rev it and stuff. I mean, really, it's an NA car that's with factory clearances and everything. I could technically rev it if I wanted to, but that's fucked up. Name my car. Oh, I got check engine light. I wonder what for. Let's find out. All sorts of stuff. A 420, a 430. TCM communication. That's a new one. I probably should have hit the reset after the flash, and I don't think I did. Like, how could you have a 420 and a 430 upon startup? There's no way they'd even know that. Interesting. It's got one of the stationary rev limiters. Won't let you go higher. So that means I gotta drive it. I have to drive it first, so let me I'm going to drive to test it, and I'm not ready to do that yet because I got to finish bolting the ECU back down. So we're going to bolt the ECU back down, and then I'm going to have to drive it and test it and figure out what happens. And unfortunately, that means I got to stop the stream. Before I do, is there anything I should address? 2 bug eyes. Oh, man, you got 2 bug eyes and you live in Ohio? I mean, really, that means you have 1 bug eye. Because most of it's rusted away anyway, so you take what's left of 1 bug eye and you combine it with the other, and you actually have 1 bug eye. Which also means that you're a sorry motherfucker. Sorry, I had to say it. All right. Well, I'm going to bolt this shit down. I see why it's throwing 420 codes and 430 codes on startup, which is not what it was doing before. And then go from there. So, anyways, next stop by. My friend Shaw's testing me.